My work really centers around celebrating street vendors around Johannesburg and surrounding areas. So yeah, it's just a commemoration, celebration of these women to really express, to say that we see them, we recognize them for their work, yes. I think commuting to Joburg, when I started the project like 5 years ago, from Soweto to Joburg to my studio, I would see these women and it would really, so they reminded me of my mother, and as they sit there alone and selling, and it would be done like I would get to town, like, and they already have set up, and so really touched me to say, how can I, as a emerging artist fresh from varsity, how can I really contribute to this? Because sometimes there's certain things that really touch your heart, not other people. So I took that and I was like, okay, let me see how I can really, because even in the past my work centers up around women. So I appropriated it too and looked into street vendors. Okay, firstly I would really look into my material. It's really like plates, and so really when we look into, in terms of nutrition, in terms of that, women come in strong. I'm not saying that men can't feed, you know, but even when from birth, who feeds you? From the breast to feeding, it's a woman, it's a mother. So I really looked into a material that I could use that would really marry my theme and material, and also looking into a metaphor of how could I really make this gel, not just saying for the sake of celebration that, okay, I am celebrating this, but I researched my mind to look into my space, my surroundings, and I read a lot about how could I really do it. And I really stumbled upon bees, and I looked into that, oh, okay, bees would be a perfect fit because their colony is run by a woman. I mean, not a woman, a female, so yeah. Bees, Queen Bee gives life. Without her, everything perish. Without these women, I mean, they use the money to send their kids to school with the same money. They feed their consumers, so they have consumers that really come back to them constantly. So they are very vital. And also when we look into the piece that I've done, it really looks into the hives in terms of the way I split it up to really represent that, to say, to really make the theme come together. Because firstly, as I would commute, I mean, as being in Joburg, I don't know if you're familiar, I mean, it's very busy, super busy. It's like you have to be clear where you're going. You don't have time to look left and right, to just move. And in that, we don't really see the surrounding. You miss stuff, and you find that when you do, so for me, it was really about remembering them, you know, because when you look at, even going back to my material, when you look at the enamel in hot conditions, it becomes warm. In cold condition, it becomes cold. So now they are resilient as they stand there and sell. And looking back to so it's that again, that metaphor, that me trying to verbalize further, you know, as I use the material, and again to just also remember them and their strength, because I mean, going back to my mother, I feel like it's like single parent, because she was a single parent. So when I look at that, it reflects that on me, and I'm touched. So that's why I really stretch myself to celebrate these women. Yeah.